Okay, finally, I'm going to present you the store. So the store is the place where you keep information that is global to all the components. This is nice because it's a very easy way to share information between components, but it's very dangerous. So it has the drawbacks of global variables because any component may change it, and then it's very difficult to debug what's happening here. So you should use it with very strict rules. Okay, and most of the time you should use it with information that is mostly immutable, so that you put it there and the information does not need to change. One example of it is your token. So you log in, and until you log out, all this information is immutable. So you use the token. So you log in, you get the token, and then use the token to communicate with the server. And it's nice to be in the store because in any component you may invoke the server. So you need the token. Okay. So how can I see it there? So I have the state here. So this is the state of the store, and I have my token there. Okay. And what's happening? For instance, when I do a remote invocation, when I prepare, so as we have seen, I do remote invocations using this HTTP client, okay? And I prepare this HTTP client with information for the invocation. This is shared by all the invocations. And I put the store there in the request. So I put the token that is in the store, so that I go to the store and I get the token. So that's something that is really nice. Another thing that I use it is, for instance, to know who I am. Okay, so why? Because as you have seen, for instance, in the top bar, the menus depends if I'm a volunteer, an admin, or a member. So I can just store this when I log in, and then I remove this. I check who you are, who I am. And this information, what I should be careful is that when I log out, I should remove it. So when I have the mutations in the store, where I have the information that the methods that change the information, when I log out, I just remove the information. So that's where you need to be careful, of course. Okay. Another way where this is used for is for errors. When you receive an invocation returns an error, you do your invocations here, and then you get an error. And then you can say to the store, I have an error here, and the information about the error is there. So the store, I just fill this information, and there's a component that is watching this variable, and this component is the error message. And this is this red message that appears on the top. Of course, when you close the error message, what you need to do in the store? Oh, you just remove this information. But look, this is careful because any component may just decide, of course, make no sense to write something there, and then you get an error, and you don't understand why an error appears there. Okay. So basically, you may need to use it in some situations, but it's really careful about it. So the structure of it is very simple. You have basically mutations that change the state. So these are methods that change the state. You have getters that basically read the state. Okay, for instance, here I read if I am a volunteer. Look, I go to say if I have a token and if I'm a volunteer. And I have actions that are the methods that I invoke actually to change. The reason because I use the actions and I don't change directly is because I need to use these commit to guarantee that this is done synchronously, the changes in the store. Okay, so that's basically. There's another thing, okay, that you can store the store in the local state. This is helpful. For instance, if you refresh a window, you refresh the browser, you don't lose the information, so you store it. But of course, if you store the information there, you should also remove it when you don't need information anymore there. So that's basically what we use. So for instance, look, here, that's where I'm invoking an action, right? And that's how I invoke a getter. Okay, and of course then the action invokes the setters. Good. I think that's it to understand the store and how does it work. Yeah, probably another thing is that if you want to store something in the local storage, you need to stringify the objects, because the objects basically are complex, and then you parse them when you read them back, just in case you need them. Okay, that's it.